Okay, Colonel Coleman Adventures. We're doing a bit of planning for our car fit out, just seeing which of my existing gear that I can use for the fit out and what I'm going to have to get to fit the car out properly. So I've got a bit of gear out here, and let's go through it and see what's suitable. So we've got Old Faithful over here. An Old Faithful is a old Primus stove, probably 35, 40 years old. Been using it since I was a kid. Sort of unpainted, needs a bit of a clean up. I've give it a hose off and a dust off, but I can give it a bit of a scour and that'll take away a lot of the rust spots. She still works good. The old aluminium billy we've had forever. It's just on a cheap stand. It works quite well. You can put stuff down the bottom. I've got a couple of old cast iron skillets that I use with it. You hook her up with a 4.5 kilo bottle, bit of a light stand and the old school gas light, and Bob's your uncle. I don't know how many years camping we did with that. But yeah, I like my food, I like my cooking gear. And I like old school stuff, so I've got old mate Old School here. She's a tiny little old dual fuel jobby. Have a look at this guy, and you pump her up, you light her up, and she's good. So this is the small little compact one. It fits in the car when it's just me, or me and Lovey Dovey, and it's good because you can just that and a fuel bottle, and you got fuel for ages. You don't have to worry about frigging around with gas, and it's really light. This one's got on the bottom, it's tapped to be able to fit to hard mount. So this one works quite well. This one's had a lot of use, and yeah, this is probably my favourite one. It's small, it's compact, it does the job for me and for two of us. But cooking for groups, it's not really going to cut it. Over here, I've got a brand spanking new jobby that I bought, I don't know how many years ago, off Gumtree. It's a bigger version, puts out more BTUs, a bit more room on top. It may be a contender, but not really. Just using propane, because I know how long we're going for. It's just probably a little bit easier to manage, because I can have it plumbed up, pull something out, click a button, and away we go. So it is an option because it's such lightweight, and it's so, like, once you know how to use it, it's quite simple. It's got a lot of space on the top, so we'll have a look due to space considerations and see how we go. That's sitting on a pantry that I used to take when we do 1 week or 2 weeks at Moreton. We'd set that up in the tent. We had all kids and we could put all that in there, but that's not part of the system. It's just what we're going to use. There is a 3-burner version of that gas one, but this is of the dual fuel one, sorry, but they're extremely hard to get. I am trying to buy some off Amazon, or not Amazon, off eBay and stuff like that, second hand. But this is the Guide series. This is actually a propane gas one. I bought this one specifically to do this job. Where I want to mount it in my car, it's a little bit too wide. I've got to do some thinking and some ways around that, but I'm building another car that'll take this. So once I've got that car built, this one will be perfect. It takes 3 big large pots, a 15,000 BTU burner, and a couple of 10s. So when that one's mounted and on a slide, it's going to be perfect for cooking for groups and nice and quickly. So the problem I got is I'll probably will take it, but I'll have to do a fold out table. I won't have time to get a slide build for the car. This is a kitchen, Coleman kitchen I got. It looks like it's going to take it'll take 2-burner ones, but it's not going to take that one. It just sits out to the side too far, and so that's no good. Good kitchen table. I've used it on a few trips. Gives you somewhere to prep, somewhere to cook. But again, for yourself or small people, it's probably not going to cut it for large groups. It's got somewhere to hang your lantern up. In the days we used to use lanterns, and a little bit of net underneath. The old fold and go. This is an absolute staple. It's really good. Compact little bag. Runs off gas cylinders. Can plug it into a gas bottle. These are an accessory for them. They're fold-up fry pans. They fit in the bag, so you can have the 2-burner stove, 2 fry pans, and 2 gas bottles, and put some utensils in there, all ready to go. You just bust it out, put it on a tailgate, put it on something, picnic bench or whatever, and go for it. It's fantastic. It would be great to take on this trip, but the problem is going to be there is no wind protection. So when we kind of cook for a group, we will be stashed in behind the car, but you're still going to need that wind protection and splash protection for everything. So, yeah, these guys here, these were my Moreton Island camp setup. So I used to take these two together, jacked in together on a 9 kilo bottle with a 2-way adapter. This one here for pots and pans and doing that. And then this one was just a straight grill. Had a grill plate, and I've got it's got flat plates, and I've got grill plates in there as well. So they're quite good, but they're not practical for what we're doing. The rounded shape doesn't pack well, and that one's got brackets hanging off it. This one goes in a massive bag, so it's just not practical. So it's either going to be this guy and that little stand, depending on what I decide to do for food, and I may throw the fold and go in for something quick, or it's going to be this fella here on a fold-up table. So decisions, stay tuned. And this is just my sort of, I don't know, camp or car-based stuff. Doesn't include all my hiking gear, hiking cooking gear. Doesn't include my ex-army cooking field kitchen trailer, which weighs 1.6 ton. Doesn't include my World War II stuff. Yeah, I've got a bit of cooking gear. So anyway, cheers.